Hello, fish keepers and other people out there who just want to learn more about the aquarium hobby. Welcome to Aquarium Thoughts, and I'm Dave. Today I am going to install my CO2 Art regulator that I did purchase from Aquarium Co-op. I've watched a few videos just to make sure I'm doing it right. I reviewed it again. Always good to just make sure you know what you're doing sometimes. I did watch Corey's video on Aquarium, sorry about that, but Aquarium Co-op, and I also watched one from George Farmer as well, where he set up his CO2 regulator as well, which is a CO2 Art on that one. Corey used an older Aquatech, but this one is a CO2 Art one. So I'm going to install that right now. First things first, I need to remove the old one, which is the cheap one I received from Amazon, which is not turning off like it's supposed to. Since you can't see everything, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the CO2 tank so you can see what I'm using. I'm actually using a paintball CO2 tank, which is 24 ounce. I would love to do a 5-pound tank in here, but I don't think it's going to fit in there easily. So I'm just using some paintball ones until I can have a situation where I could actually have a 5-pound tank. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that tank out so you can see how I'm running it. I'm running a little bit differently than what a lot of people run out there using. Normally they have this little adapter. Let me see if I can find the one I was using. It's around here somewhere, which is right here. This is the one that they normally recommend, which I kind of stopped using. I put some tape on there, which I probably shouldn't have, but this is what the old connector used to look like, which is this plugs onto the paintball tank, and there's a little plug in there that presses down the pin to allow the CO2 to escape. I found that a little awkward, especially when changing the tank. So back from when I played paintball, there used to be a thing called a coil remote, which actually has a little knob that you can actually turn on and turn off, which I like that much better. This I paid $10 for. Don't even use it. Maybe at some point I will just give this away to someone because I'm not using it. I like the coil remote idea better because I actually could turn off the tank and turn it off with just turning a knob. That's how I've not connected right now. But I'm going to go ahead and pull that out so you can actually see what I'm running. This is a cheap regulator that I got from Amazon that does not work anymore. And let me reach back here and grab the good old CO2 tank, which is the paintball one, which is right here. And like I said, this is the coil remote. It's a little awkward in there, but like I said, it works a lot better for me. Basically screw on to turn on and to turn on. I'm going to turn it off right now, I hope. I think that's the way you turn it. I always forget sometimes. I don't need it on, so I'm going to turn it off. So anyways, I'm actually just going to disconnect this. This, I believe, does have the quick, this has a quick release. Whoa. Ooh. Had some CO2 in the line there. Always make sure you don't have it connected. Sorry about that. I'm fine. Everything's fine here. I did not realize there's pressure. I forgot there was pressure. But anyways, that is disconnected. A little surprise right there, but always remember safety first. Luckily, nothing got hurt there. Not the first time I've done stuff like that, but always be careful with pressurized CO2, as you can see. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'm actually just going to cut the other cord off because I am not liking the way that part looks. So then there's the old regulator. I could just unscrew that off, which I'm going to have to use some tools here to pry it off. And there we go. It's on there a little tight, so I have to use some muscle. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I do unscrew this, and I will return. So stay tuned. Okay, folks, I am back. I finally got this little piece removed, which is from the little coil remote right here. I'm going to put this back in my shoe so it actually stays up, which I need to figure that out as well coming forward. So I have that. We'll just, like I said, it's a quick connect. It stays in there, doesn't leak, so it's good. Anyways, I have that on there. So anyways, this is ready to be put onto the new regulator, and this is the old one, which I'm going to be shipping back. Luckily it's still within the time I can return it. It doesn't work, so my piece of advice here is to actually spend a little bit of money and actually get a good regulator that is going to last you. That's my second one I tried. First one had problems, this one's had problems. That's why I decided to spend a little bit more. Go with the CO2 Art one from Aquarium Co-op. Yeah, I'm paying 3 times more, but I'm already at my second one. Buy the third one to replace that one. I'm already at where I'm at on that one. So always, I guess the rule is on, especially with something like a CO2 regulator, buy quality. So anyways, I'm gonna grab this piece right here, which is my new regulator from CO2 Art. And as you can see, that's where I'm going to screw it in at, right on there. Nice quality piece right here. I've heard plenty of good things about this brand. Once the Aquarium Co-op started selling that, and once mine broke, I bought it. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and grab the washer that they include here as well. Put that in there. Oops. Put that in there. And start screwing this in here. And going from there. Oops. Let's see if this is actually going to work with the washer or not. I didn't have a washer on the other setup, and I think I'm going to probably try without the washer in this setup. Although it probably is best to actually use a washer if you need to, but I think this should be fine. I don't think I had the washer on the other one, which no, that's not the one piece I'm looking for. It is the old regulator that I am looking for, which I put all the way over here, which has a little, let me still that piece then. Yeah, a little rubber grommet. I'm going to use that. It has a little rubber grommet, so I'm just going to use that on there, put that where it would sit, and that should be perfect actually. And I could just steal the other one from where I stole the other piece from. Okay, so let's try that and see if that works. Hopefully it does. If not, I'm going to have to take it apart again and actually use a washer. Probably have to buy some because I don't think that thick one's going to work for me. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to tighten up a bit to a point where hopefully I can remove it if I need to, but luckily with the way I do this, I don't have to take this off too much because then I just use that part right here, which is on the coil remote, to remove from the tank to change. So tighten this up a little bit, righty tighty lefty loosey. That I think is going to be fine for me. And if it leaks, then I will redo it and go from there. That seems like a nice tight fit. So right now I am going to connect it to where I need to connect it to on this part, which connects to this coil, and that is connected. So I'm about ready to just actually plug it in and get it going. So please stay tuned and I will get this plugged in and set to go. Hold on please. Okay, I'm back momentarily here. I'm getting settled. After referring to the George Farmer video, I'm going to actually do this first before I actually plug it in. I'm actually going to turn on the CO2 and hope everything's set. Turn it all to the left, all the way off to turn it off. Turn the needle valve off, which it already is. That's off. That should be off. I want to take it all the way off. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my tank here on the CO2. And let's see what we got here. I'm going to put that over here just in case I have a leak. I don't want to have any CO2 rushing towards me. And let's turn the valve on and see what happens here. And it's having a leak somewhere. Let me see where it's leaking from. Let me put on a little bit here. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get a from where I did the quick release valve. Please hold on. I'm going to try to fix this, and I'm just going to turn it on and plug it in and go from there. So once I have it up and running, I will show you one more time. Okay, I am back, and after fighting with it a little bit, I actually got it to work fine. It is connected. no leaks. It's on there real good. It says I have 900 pressure on the valve in there, which is 100 less. I guess I lost about 100 when I was messing with it, but that's fine. I got it connected now. Now it's just going to be a matter of actually connecting it to the aquarium. Okay, so I have the tank up and running now on the CO2. As you can see by the bubbles right there, that is the CO2 that is heading towards the tank, which is going into an impeller on the pump inside here. Where you can see that pump right there. That is basically the lines going from the CO2 into there. It hits the propellers and gets broken up. And yes, there is a fish in there. That's one of my pistogrammas I'm going to eventually rehome. It's right there. You can actually see him floating in there. That is Pistogramma borelli, or I don't know, it could be still blue for all I know. But anyways, I'm going to show you where the bubbles come out. It should come out of my vents right there, and there they are. If you let me see if I can focus in there. Little bubbles, if you can see them right there. Those are CO2 bubbles. And of course, you can see the lovely algae that's growing on the back wall right there on my in-tank sump that I have running. And occasionally you will see it coming from this one as well, but right now it is coming out of that one. But that is my CO2 setup that I have running. So I have the tanks right there. My tank's right there, the regulator right there. One thing I do like about this regulator right here that definitely was not on the cheap one is there's a light on, so you can actually tell if it's on or on the solenoid there, which is a nice feature to have. So far I like this one. I will see how it goes, and hopefully you can grow some of my plants in here better. But I am definitely pleased so far with this regulator. Of course, I had a lot of snafus getting it connected. Of course, I could have edited those out, but I figure you'd probably want to see those as well, and probably what not to do, especially in terms of safety. Anyways, that is my install of my CO2 Art CO2 regulator. If you like this video, like the other ones I do, please subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want. And overall, have a great day, night, or whenever you're watching this. Thank you.